What's up, everybody? I'm Movie Buff Channel. You may have seen me next. What's up, everyone? I'm Movie Buff Channel. You may have seen me last week. You probably didn't. Last week I talked about the whole what's happening in The Walking Dead so far. You can check that out on my channel, Movie Buff Channel. Or you can just listen to this, which I think will be probably more fun because it's my second one. But anyway, today I'm going to talk about the most recent episode of The Walking Dead, and then I'm going to talk a bit more about since it's only my second broadcast, I'm still trying to find my bearings. If that doesn't take enough time, I'm also going to talk about Better Call Saul. If it doesn't, I'll change the title, so that you're not falsely lured into here. But okay, first let's talk about. I want to put this out there. This is a spoiler warning. There are all spoilers in this video, and if anyone who's watching, feel free to ask questions at any time you would like to. So, The Walking Dead. In the newest episode, a lot of heavy stuff happened. It was very intense. It was very sad for a lot of people. It was an overall emotional episode, to say the least. But let's start this off. We're gonna talk about the opening. It opens on a cast, and you hear like these terrible stories of guys coming with machetes and like going on a killing spree. You're not really sure if it's like that's taking place in the past, or that's like an actual radio station of like a group of survivors or something. But that's just kind of to set the mood, and then there's like a lot of like foreshadowing to the episode, but I'll get to that later. Let me start out with the actual narrative. Starts up. So again, feel free to ask any questions you want. I'm totally fine with that. I want to speak to you guys. Remember to check out Movie Buff Channel is my channel if you want to hear more about The Walking Dead and everything. I don't only do Walking Dead. I do short films and this stuff. Okay, so we open up on the group going to Virginia, where Noah's family and old base was. So we see there's not all of them are going. We see there's only Rick, Michonne, Tyrese, and Noah. So it's not the full group. It's only those four because they didn't want everyone to go there if it was going to be destroyed. So anyway, so they're all going there, and then finally they get to the camp, and then they find the camp totally deserted. But not deserted, like destroyed. And it looks like by more than walkers, because there's fire, there's chopped up bodies. It's like really intense. There's a lot of stuff going on. So you know something happened, and Noah breaks down, obviously, because his family lived there. So of course, you're going to be very sad. You're not going to want to come home to that, which that's, of course, sucks for him. Okay. So anyway, so there's fires everywhere. So, and then that kind of alludes to the radio broadcast that mainly, because it doesn't look like these people were attacked by walkers. It looks like these people were attacked by a group. So anyway. So everyone else does a little scavenger. Oh, and Glenn at the beginning is also with them. I forgot to mention him. But not gonna lie, the 2WD premiere made me. Yeah, it did. But anyway, so so everyone goes to kind of scavenge or see what they can find, and Noah and Tyrese stay in the middle. Just Tyrese kind of tries to comfort him a little bit. And it's a really sad episode, I'm going to tell you. If you're going to watch it, be prepared to feel deep down inside. But anyway, so they're standing there. They're having a man-to-man talk. Tyrese is trying to comfort Noah. And Noah gets up and he runs to his old house. And when he gets there, it's not so pretty. Again, since this is a bit of a delay, ask me questions right now so I can answer them when I get to the end of me explaining this episode. Okay, so Noah finds his mom dead on the floor, but she has like a huge hole in her head. So you can tell, hello new viewer. Now I have 2 viewers. Yes, 2 score. Anyway, so you can tell that the family, again, not killed by walkers, killed by a lot of other things. And so Tyrese actually goes to what we assume is Noah's old room, because we see him and his brother, like pictures of them on the wall. And while I might cheer up a bit, just give me a second. While Tyrese is looking at the pictures, Noah's brother, as a walker, comes and bites Tyrese. And this whole time when you see like Noah's brother, the walker, come behind you, like, oh, come on, look around. I was yelling at the TV. I was like, turn around, because you never want to see this. I talked about it in my last video. I literally said a week ago, I hope Tyrese never dies because he's just a teddy bear. But anyway, so then Tyrese is bitten. Noah comes in and he has to kill his brother, and then he says, I'm going to go get the group. And this is where it starts to get kind of weird. It's like an LSD trip, except a lot sadder. Tyrese first sees, if you guys remember in the beginning of this season, there was at Terminus, there was this guy, this cowboy, who threatened to kill Judith, and Tyrese lies. He says he killed that guy, but he didn't. So that guy's alive. So that guy's taunting him. He's like, I told you, man. I told you it was going to be you. You're the kind of guy who saves babies. Maybe if you had killed me, maybe I wouldn't have told my group you were there, because I'd be dead, Domino effect, man. Maybe you wouldn't be bit right now. So it's like he's getting inside his head. This, I really want to know if this is going to be like a Lost scenario. Not talking in the long run, but if those... Okay, let me go on first. And then he'd be like, maybe Bob wouldn't be dead. And then you see Bob, who I love. It's like, that's so untrue. I got bit at the library, or where the bookstore. But anyway, so he's like, it would have happened anyway. So he sees all these dead characters. He sees all these people who died so recently, and it's really sad. And then he sees the governor, which is really the governor. Even though the governor is bad now that he's dead, I really love the character. He's such a well thought out character. I love the actor. But anyway, so we see the governor. We see almost everyone who's died recently. Not anyone from. We don't see Shane or any of them. But anyway, so he's starting to go a bit crazy. But so when the governor was talking to him, the governor goes like this, and it turns out to be Walker. So now Walker's attacking Tyrese as he's dying. So they go in and brawl. They're fighting a little bit, and Tyrese actually ends up using his already bit arm as a shield to kill the Walker. So anyway, then we cut to Michonne and Rick and Glenn talking about how they killed the lady at the end of the first part of this season. And he's like, it doesn't matter if Daryl killed him, if I killed him, or if Rick killed him. Someone would have killed her. So because they know that she didn't try and kill, but they don't care. They just said we wanted to kill her. I'm sorry, let me just set something up so to make this go smoother. Sorry. So anyway, they were saying it doesn't matter who killed Beth. Someone would have killed Beth. Who do you think is going to die next? I'll answer that in a second. So then they're talking about that, and then Michonne says, "Don't talk about that." So then they decide actually to go to DC. Because they said, even though the scientist was lying, he said DC for a reason. Because that's the best chance they probably do have of finding a cure or a group or safe place. Yeah, that is a really good question, and I actually have a pretty good idea on this. But anyway, so then they hear Noah screaming. Noah's being attacked by a walker. They kill the walkers who are attacking Noah. Noah says, Tyrese is bitten. So then they go to Tyrese. They cut off his arm just straight up. Michonne's just. It's pretty intense. I don't know why I need to do this sound effect. It's not a funny moment. It's very serious. Sorry, I'm very weird. I know that. Just don't take me too seriously. But anyway, so then he ends up dying. He's in the car. They're listening to more news about. They're listening to more news about Sorry, there's something. My cat's being weird. Sorry. I gotta pay attention to what's at the moment. Okay, so Tyrese dies and they bury him, and that's sad. And that's the end of the episode. Now on to Jason's question. Who do I think's gonna die next? Now, I really don't like to think about it. I don't think it's gonna be anyone more this season because when Beth died, everyone thought, yeah, there's no one else is going to die this season. Now Tyrese dies. Now everyone's really sure. So maybe, think about the show. I said this last time. Anything can go down. Anything can happen at any second. And you never know what's going to go down. So, I think no one huge, like Rick's not going to die. Dale's not going to die. Carl's not going to die, I don't think. Maybe Carol. Carol is a definite contender, which I think that's a death that's been waiting to happen. Not that I in any way want her to die, but I think it's going to be one of those deaths where, as she's dying, she makes amends with everything. She said she knows what she's doing is right. Can we meet my cat? If I can grab him in a second after I'm. And so I actually have 3 cats. I'm like a crazy cat lady. Then I got a dog. So yeah, I'm a crazy cat lady. Sorry, anyway. So I think Carol is probably going to die next. What's the deal with DC? So the thing with DC is since it's the head of the government, that's why they think there is a chance that there's going to be not necessarily a cure there, but a safe haven there. Something there that can protect them. So that's why they think DC. Because the scientists said, oh, there's a cure in DC. And then when they figured out he was lying, they're like, okay, so I'm not going to DC. But Michonne brought up a good point. She's like, he said DC for a reason. He didn't just say DC because it's a random place. He said DC because he thought there actually might be a chance there for them when they get there for them to hide. Yeah, I think Rick is going to die. I need to plug that too if you want just to meet my cat. I'll just walk around while speaking, and if I can find my cat, if I can't, whatever. So yeah, Rick's definitely gonna die. There's no doubt in my mind about that. If you want to watch my theory, I talk a bit more about my theory on who's gonna die and how the ending is gonna be. You can watch my video I put up. Last Friday. I do the streaming thing now pretty consistently. You again just check Sally and Jason and Darcy. Check out Movie Buff channel if you wanted to see that. I'm not trying to free publicity, by the way. Feel free not to check it out. I'm just saying if you want to hear, I speak a bit more about that. And if I don't have enough time for this one, which I probably won't, I'll stall and I'll talk a bit more about that again, which is not very professional of me, but I'm not professional. I'm a 14-year-old high school student who's trying to be a filmmaker. So I'm not professional. I'm just gonna do what makes me happy. So yeah. So I think they're either all gonna die, or there's gonna be a cure, or they're just gonna end it on a cliffhanger. I don't know. It's gonna be a sad ending. I don't know actually if it's gonna be a sad ending. It's gonna be a weird ending for sure. It's gonna not be expected. I hope it's not like the endings to some of those other shows that were just terrible. Can't think of one. That one about the doctor, or the guy, the serial killer who was like a doctor. I never watched that show, but I hear it was a bad ending. Comment right now while I talk a bit more if you want to talk to me if you want me to talk about Better Call Saul, because I've actually also watched those first 2 episodes. So comment that right now, just so I know, because I don't want to talk about it if you guys haven't seen it, because I can definitely talk more about The Walking Dead if that's what you want. So comment. I'm going to say one more thing about The Walking Dead, then hopefully one of you will have commented, and I can tell you what you want or need or whatever to know. Why did Tyrese? Yeah, I think Tyrese died because he saved the. Yeah, yes, we will talk about Better Call Saul if you want me to, Jason. By the way, I think Tyrese's time was to die. I did not want him to die in any way. He was my favorite character. I loved him so much. But you know, he was breaking. He was definitely breaking. Yeah. Again, I'll talk about Better Call Saul right now if you want me to. I can definitely do that for you. Here, tell me also if I'm lagging or anything, because then I can head downstairs where I have better Wi-Fi. If you want, just tell me that. Comment right there if you want me to head downstairs. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Saul did work at Cinnabon. I noticed that. Maybe a little bit of product placement. I don't know. Illuminati. I don't know. Corporate agenda. I don't know. Yeah, huge spoiler on this one, on this whole review. Let me talk about Better Call Saul right now. Honestly, please feel free to cut me off. At any time. I'm just gotta set it up for my second because I wrote notes on what I was gonna do. So I can have my notes ready for in case I need to talk about things that's out of my range. Okay, so Better Call Saul. Better Call Saul is a spin-off of Breaking Bad. I have not watched Breaking Bad. I'm actually in the middle of watching it because by the time I was old enough to want to watch it, I was too far in. So I'm binge watching it on Netflix right now, which but so far I like Breaking Bad better, obviously, because Breaking Bad is such a great show. I don't know whether I like it more than Wow, there's a huge lag. I don't know whether I like it more than Better Call Saul, but I mean Breaking Bad. Sorry, I need to be less weird about this. So, but it's a really good show, but I mean I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know whether to watch them at the same time or what, because maybe it's gonna give away some stuff. Okay, but let me. I'm a blabber. That's a bad thing about me. I'm gonna just stop talking right now and just get. Okay. Okay, so we see Saul Goodman. He works at Cinnabon. I don't know where. I'm guessing in Nevada. But so his name's Gene, I think. It says. I think, but anyway, so then he's working at a Cinnabon. He's very paranoid. He's looking around. So then it cuts back in time, and I'm guessing they're gonna kind of do what they did with Breaking Bad first episode, except against among the whole thing where it talks about how he got to that place in his life. So then we go back to Saul. He's a public defender. He's a lawyer, basically, as we see in Breaking Bad, except a bit more modest. And he's working out of a nail salon factory. It's not a good situation. He's defending people who went to an autopsy place, cut off a guy's head, and you get the point. I'm not going to say it because let's keep it PG rated here, or PG-13. TV-14. I don't know. Whatever is like. I'm not gonna rambling. Okay. So anyway, so one day when he's driving home from that, obviously he loses that one. One day when he's driving home from that attorney, from that court case, a kid jumps in front of his car, and tries to say, "Oh, my leg's broken." Blah. And it was obviously bullshit, but bull crap. Sorry. It was obviously bull crap. So Saul's kind of like, "Oh, this is really dumb, but I want you to use it so I can get into this guy's business. So I'll give you some money if you do it in front of this person's car. So I'm not the great at pronouncing my house. I have a bit of an accent. Okay, so anyway, so he and there's this whole subplot where he lives with a guy, or he doesn't live with him, who is still working for the company, and Saul's telling him just to check out. That I'm not really sure about. If anyone wants to tell me a bit about that in the comment section, I'd like to know. That's just a bit of a thing that I'm kind of confused about. So anyway, the kids do that. The kids jump in front of the car, but it's the wrong car. It's the wrong car. So what he ends up having to do is he doesn't know it's the wrong car. So they go into the two kids go to follow the lady home, learns it's the wrong lady, but the a bad guy. I don't remember his name, but he's a bad guy. You can tell he's a gangster. He hits them in the face when they insult his grandmother. So Saul comes. Do you know what disease his brother has? No, I do not. I haven't watched much of Breaking Bad or any of that. Oh, that's his brother. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I was very confused. It's like he couldn't get near a cell phone or something. It was weird. But anyway, sorry, I'm going off topic. So then Saul goes to the house, and the guy puts a gun to his head, and Saul's like, "Listen, my clients called me over here. Obviously, they were being dumb. They shouldn't have been playing in the road. Just let us go. We're not trying to be in any of your business." So then he says, "Fine, you let him go." Yeah, it does look like it's gonna be a great show. I'm really excited. Then he says, we'll let you go. But then the kid, when they take off his map, he said, Saul planned it out to get someone's money, so then the Hispanic gangster's like, "What did you say?" So anyway, it all gets figured out. They take him out to the desert, and Saul, being a really good lawyer, actually, when you don't think about it, he's gonna kill the two kids because they insulted his mother or his grandmother. And Saul's like, "Listen, you're a businessman, you're a fair guy. They didn't kill you. They smack talked, so you don't need to kill them." And then the guy's like, "Fine, I'll like cut their tongues out or something." He's like, "Okay, that's still not really fair." Anyway, he talks him down to breaking their legs, which is still not good, but it's better than getting a finger cut off or like whatever. So then the kids get their legs broke. One of their legs broken. They don't each. They collectively get a set of legs broken, but not individually. Rambling. So anyway, they're like, "You're the worst lawyer ever," and he's like, "No, I'm the best lawyer ever." Like honestly, he talked to Hispanic, badass, machete-looking gangster from killing these guys to just breaking the legs. And one of the gangsters is, I don't know if any of you play video games. I don't actually play too many, but I know about some of them. And you know, if any of you have played Far Cry 3, Voss, who's a really good character. I haven't played it yet. I want to. But Voss is voice acted by the gangster who comes to Saul and says, you know, we're gonna do a partnership or something. It was he comes at the end and he, at the end of the second episode now we're at actually he says we're gonna do a partnership, and Saul's like no. He's like, yes, we are. I have your name or whatever. We're gonna do it. So that's how Saul meets the Voss guy. I like that actor a lot. He's a very strong actor. He's very good at what he does. And I think I love that character. I really want to see more of that character. So Better Call Saul. I'm gonna try and watch that in tangent with Breaking Bad, so nothing's spoiled for either of them, because I don't want something to happen in Better Call Saul that spoils Breaking Bad or something. So I'm always gonna try and look that up before an episode, or not before an episode, but I'll do more research to see what's going on there. But in the meantime, I'll try and bring you videos every Friday, probably the same time, about the newest episode. So Better Call Saul, it has a lot of potential. It's a bit all over. Like, the first one was a comedy, the second one was a bit more of a drama. It's a bit all over the place. But I have a theory. You give it a show, and like, it's not my theory originally. I read it somewhere. I'm trying to pull it off as myself because I want to seem smart. But just kidding. So I didn't really make this up. I got it from a couple of different sources, but I give it like 3, 4, 5 episodes to get its bearings. And if it still sucks, which it doesn't suck after the first 2 episodes, but if it hasn't found its bearings and it's not good, I'll stop watching it. But I know it'll find its bearings. It's just like, because this character Saul Goodman can be very funny, but then they also don't want to go too funny because they want to keep that Breaking Bad essence of just awesomeness. Do you think we're going to be seeing another Breaking? Yeah, I hope we see Walter White. That would be awesome. And I think maybe they'll have like Jesse in the background, or someone of that who just comes to him even before he meets Walter White, just talking about drugs or something. I think that would be really cool. Again, I haven't seen too much of Breaking Bad. I've seen about half of the first season now. So I'm going to try and power through that. I hope I'll be done with it by the end of the month. And then I'll be able to talk to you more in depth about them being together, Breaking Bad and this show. So it's a really interesting show, and I'm really looking forward. I'm gonna definitely keep watching it. Walking Dead one night, Better Call Saul the next night. It's a great lineup. AMC has an awesome lineup. They're kicking butt. They had Breaking Bad. They're kicking absolute butt, for lack of a better word. We'll spoil it since it's what I hear is it takes place a bit during, a bit before, and a bit after. So it's not only a prequel. It's I think it's mainly the main storyline will be, but as I said in the beginning of the first episode, when he's like hiding, that's going to take place after, and they might have some flash forwards to him with Walter White. Oh my God, if we could see Walter White in besides something than just a Super Bowl commercial, because we saw that. If we could see him in this show, that would be so freaking awesome. It has so much potential, and I'm really excited to see what they do with it. Let me go back a bit to The Walking Dead. That show is just depressing. Don't watch that unless you're prepared to bring out the tissues and cry a hell of a lot, because people die left and right in that show. They have no hesitation just to kill someone off. It's ridiculous. It's sad. It's depressing. It's like I don't have a Kleenex here to indicate how sad this show makes me. It's so how awesome it is. Remember, check me out next week. You can check out my it'll probably be the same time next week. You can check out my YouTube channel again, Movie Buff channel. I would like to thank you all for watching. Sorry it's not the cleanest. It's just my second episode. I promise I'll find my bearings and get better at this. I sincerely hoped at the bottomness of my heart that you enjoyed it. But thank you all for watching. I'm Connor Jameson, head of Movie Buff channel. This is Insticator, and I will see you all, probably not all of you, just probably none of you in the next Friday at 4 o'clock. That's a terrible ending, so I'm just gonna end it now. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye.